Today we have a quick shoulder opener, which can also help stretch out the outer side of our middle back. Welcome back. I'm Tommy Larkin, and so glad that you've joined me. So today's tweak helps release tensions in the shoulder and underside of the shoulders. From a yoga standpoint, it's sort of viewed as just a tricep stretch. But in reality, it's a great shoulder opener, which also gets into the latissimus dorsi, teres major, and subscapularis. In addition, I find that if the arm position is a little challenging due to tightness in your shoulder girdle, you can gain some lower and mid-core strengthening to counterbalance any adverse arch in your back. In yoga, this position is one half of the arms of the pose Gomukhasana, known as cow's face. So some of the engagement and strengthening you can gain is reduced due to not using the other arm to create the dynamic tension between the arms. However, from a point of view of releasing tension in the upper back and neck region, isolating the two halves can be very beneficial, especially if you have strong and tight shoulders. Now, before we get at the actual work, one thing to keep in mind is we are externally rotating the arm. I say this because the mind, when we bring the arm overhead and bend the elbow, tends to think the arm is actually internally rotating. The trick to keeping the arm in the best neutral position during the stretch is to continue to rotate the arm so the hand stays near the outer side of the upper back and shoulder, i.e. near the armpit area. So let's get to it. Now, although you can do this stretch sitting down, I recommend learning it while standing. This way you get a better idea of how much your back may arch during the work. So come to a standing position. Extend the right arm out in front of you and externally rotate the arm so the palm faces upwards. Now lift the arm overhead and bend the elbow. Your palm should now be facing the back or facing your back. With the left hand, hold the center of the upper arm with the thumb near the ear. Now turn the upper arm towards the thumb and with intention, lift towards the elbow. If you have pretty tight shoulders, stay in this position as it can be the biggest benefit to opening up the deepest aspect of your shoulder girdle. If your shoulders are generally more open, then you can move your left hand to the elbow and continue to draw the elbow away from the shoulder. In both positions, you're seeking to move the elbow away from the shoulder and behind the line of the head. But remember, we want to work at about 80% of our maximum capacity, so don't force the elbow behind you. Think of it more as arcing the arm behind you. As we hold this position for a moment, see if you can bring the shoulder blades a little closer together. It's going to be a little challenging and can create some of that arch in your back. So check in with the front ribs. If they're overly poking out, draw them into the back of the body and towards the hips. Great. Now on the next exhale, simply release the arms. Now today, we're just demoing this for right side. You would then do the left side for yourself, and I highly recommend that you hold this position each side for about 30 to 90 seconds. This allows the fascia to really release and the muscles to understand where we want to go with the stretch. So there you go. I hope you'll gain great benefits from today's work. If you have any questions or thoughts about this tweak or any previous one, let me know. Put your question or thought in the comments of the specific tweak and I'll get back to you. Also, if you like today's tweak, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Plus, check out our website and follow us on social media for other inspiration and great ways to enhance your vital energy. You'll find those links in the description below. As always, thank you so much for joining me today, and until next time, Have an amazing week and be excellent to each other.